Discover the deleted moments the NBA doesn't want you to see. From controversial comments to behind-the-scenes drama, uncover the hidden secrets that were never meant to be revealed. Are you ready to dive into the NBA's untold stories? Number 5. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Ladder incident. Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo argued with an arena worker and flung a ladder away from a basket, sending it toppling over as he tried to shoot practice free throws after the Bucks' 110-102 loss to Philadelphia in November 2022. After going 4 for 15 from the line, Antetokounmpo returned to the Wells Fargo Center floor several minutes after the game to shoot free throws with a small number of fans still in the building. Antetokounmpo proceeded to miss his first 5 foul shots in the post-game practice. During a break in the two-time NBA MVP's shooting, arena workers moved onto the court for their usual post-game activities. One of the workers set up a 12-foot ladder next to the basket where Antetokounmpo was shooting. Antetokounmpo walked up to the ladder and moved it out of the way. The employee moved it back in place, much to the ire of Antetokounmpo. He approached the staffer, had a quick heated verbal exchange, then moved the ladder away again, sending it crashing to the floor. "I never try to disrespect anyone, in any way, shape, or form," Antetokounmpo told reporters afterward. "I feel like today was just an unfortunate event that took place. At the end of the day, people are going to make things look the way they want it to look," Antetokounmpo told reporters. "Did I mean to push the ladder all the way down? I totally did not. I just tried to. I think I pushed it, and it got caught and fell. But people are going to make it look the way they want it to look. I know what happened. I think there's cameras all over this court. We can show the whole incident from people coming and getting the ball, people getting in my face. I don't want to get into all those things." Number 4. Chris Webber infamous comments. Chris Webber was one of the most dominant and talented players of his generation. He averaged 20.7 points, 9.8 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.4 steals, and 1.4 blocks per game on 47.9% shooting throughout his 15-year career in the NBA. Webber's basketball skills haven't exactly translated to the booth. He's been an NBA analyst and commentator since retiring from the league in 2008, but he's far from being a fan favorite, and that's not likely to change anytime soon. The big man has become infamous for constantly drifting, mixing names, words, phrases, and talking nonstop every time he's called to broadcast a game. It's reached a point where he's constantly a trending topic on Twitter. Needless to say, the Game 4 clash between the Los Angeles Lakers and Portland Trail Blazers in 2020 had plenty of viewers from all over the world, but apparently, none of them enjoyed Chris Webber's input about the game. The former Sacramento King was back at his usual antics and exasperating digress. He couldn't keep his never-ending stories and unusual catchphrases to himself, and NBA Twitter lost it. Some even claimed that they would rather watch the game on mute instead of listening to C-Web for another second. He started talking about LeBron James being a black man. He can't compartmentalize but must compartmentalize after knocking down a deep three-pointer. No one truly understood what he wanted to say. As per usual, that's when most people just couldn't stand it anymore and started mocking Webber. Number 3. Tommy Hinson insightful commentary. In 2017, Aaron Baines stood out on the floor in his Celtics debut, protecting the rim and knocking down open looks on offense. But for C's color commentator and franchise legend Tommy Hinson, Baines stood out to him in the locker room, specifically the showers. Early on in the Celtics' 92-84 preseason win over the Hornets, in which Baines started, Hinson got going with some interesting commentary on the Australian center. Here's what he said out loud on TV.
"I took a look at Baines in the shower.
I'll tell you, I took a look at Baines in the shower. He looks like all of Australia. It was like a record scratch moment for Rich, as well as the rest of Celtics Twitter, as Hinson and Baines both quickly became trending topics. Baines also impressed Hinson with his performance on the actual court, as he scored 10 points with 5 rebounds and played solid defense. But of course, it was Hinson's shower comment that largely became the focus of the evening. NBC Sports Boston even couldn't help themselves but point Hinson's remarks out. Number 2. Kyrie Irving wants no vaccination. Brooklyn Nets guard Kyrie Irving says he turned down a 4-year extension prior to the 2021-22 season because of his decision not to get vaccinated against COVID-19. "I gave up 4 years, $100 and something million deciding to be unvaccinated, and that was the decision," Irving said during Nets Media Day in 2022. "Get this contract, get vaccinated or be unvaccinated, and there's a level of uncertainty of your future, whether you're going to be in this league, whether you're going to be on this team, so I had to deal with that real-life circumstance of losing my job for this decision." Irving, who is not vaccinated against COVID-19 and was forced to miss home games in Brooklyn until late March because of a New York City vaccination mandate, opted into the final year of his contract, a player option worth $36.5 million, prior to the season. The then 30-year-old said he felt the decision whether to get vaccinated was like an ultimatum from the organization in regard to his contract. Irving said he was hopeful that he would have the contract term set prior to last season. "We were supposed to have all that figured out before training camp last year," Irving said, "and it just didn't happen because of the status of me being vaccinated, unvaccinated. So, I understood their point, and I just had to live with it. It was a tough pill to swallow, honestly." Irving said that while he understood where the organization was coming from after the season, he was frustrated by the fact that his decision not to get vaccinated came to be a stigma within my career. "I understood all the Nets' points," Irving said, "and I respected it, and I honored it, and I didn't appreciate how me being vaccinated all of a sudden came to be a stigma within my career that I don't want to play, or I'm willing to give up everything to be a voice for the voiceless." Number 1. Giannis search for the ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo put up a performance for the ages, but he didn't exactly get to savor it immediately. After pouring in a Bucks record 64 points in a 140-126 win over Indiana in 2023, Antetokounmpo sprinted off the court after a Pacers assistant coach took the game ball to the visiting locker room, and the Greek freak wanted it back. The broadcast caught Antetokounmpo sprinting down the tunnel toward the Pacers locker room as a member of the Bucks tried to stop him. Nearly a minute passed before Antetokounmpo emerged back on the court as other coaches tried to calm down other members of the Bucks. Antetokounmpo would not confirm if he had the game ball when he spoke with reporters. In response to a question, he said he had a ball, but he didn't know if it was the game ball. "It doesn't feel like the game ball to me," Antetokounmpo said. "It feels like a brand new ball. I can tell. I played 35 minutes today, and I know how the game ball felt. The ball that I have, which I'll give it to my mom, but I don't know if it's actually the game ball." The Bucks star broke the team record for most points in a game, 57 set by Michael Redd in 2006. Antetokounmpo was 20 of 28 from the field, made 24 of 32 free throws, and had 14 rebounds. He became the first player in NBA history to make at least 20 field goals and 20 free throws in a game while shooting at least 70% on each. It's also the most points with fewer than 30 field goal attempts in a game in NBA history. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more NBA videos. We will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.